All right, so in this video, we're going to take a look at how to multiply matrices. So in order to do that, the number of columns, it matters. So the number of columns of the first must equal the number of rows of the second. So these must be the same in order, the middles must match. Say that, middle must match. Okay, so for example, if I had a 3 by 2 and I was going to multiply it by a 2 by 1, then those match, and our new matrix is going to be the first and the last. So 3 by 1 will be what we get when we multiply. So let's say I had a 4 by 1 and a 1 by 2. So our new matrix is going to be a 4 by 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. So down here we want to multiply W and X. We have them written out here. And we first just need to double check and make sure that we can. So this is a 3 by 2, and this right here is a 2 by 3. So the middles match. Okay, so this is going to give me a 3 by 3, right, when I multiply. So I can go ahead and kind of make my 3 by 3. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We need to, actually going to get rid of this stuff. And because I need some room. So we are going to take, oops, the first row and multiply it by the first column. So let me kind of that, and then we're going to add them together. So product of the first row and the first column, I'm going to have 3 first times 4, and then I'm going to add it to second, -2, and then the second in this column, 5. Okay, so 12 and then -10 is 2. Okay, and then I'm going to do my first row, second column. So let me get a different color here. So first row, take it times the second column. So I'm going to have 3 first times first, 7, plus, and then second number, -2, times the second, and we're going to have 21 plus -2, that's 19. Okay, and then I'm going to have my first row again, this time times the third column, so the product of the first times the third. And so I'm going to do 3, that's first, times the top number, it's first in that column, second, so plus my second number in that row, and my second number in that column. So that's -6 and 2, -6 plus 2 is -4. And you can write that out, I'm just don't want to have too much here. Then we need, now we're going to move to the second row here. Okay, so second row, first column. So second row, first column. Okay, and continue. 1, first and 4, 0 and 5. And that's 4 plus 0, or 4. And then second column, or second row, second column, second row, second column, 1 times 7 plus 0 times 1. So 7 plus 0 is 7. And then second row, third column. So 1 times -2 plus 0 times -1 is -2. Okay, and then do that third. Pink. So third row, first column. is going to be 2 times 4 is negative 1 times 5, and that's 8 and negative 5, so 3. And then third row, second column, 2 and 7, and negative 1 and 1. So that's 14 minus 1, 13. And then third row, third column, negative 2 and 2, negative 1, negative 1. So negative 4 and 1, negative 3. So there's my answer. Whew. So instead of having to do this each time, we are going to learn a quicker way to do it. So if you go to desmos.com/matrix, you will find a matrix calculator. So I'm going to actually I need to split my screen here. So let me do that and I'll be back in a second. All right, so desmos.com/matrix. So this just allows you to put it in. It's actually a lot easier than the graphing calculator, which we'll look at when we come back in person. But for now, we're going to kind of use this. So what we're going to do is for x, y, I'm actually going to kind of wy. I'm going to think of w as a, and then y is my b, okay, for ease. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. So thinking of this as A, B, I'm going to type new matrix because it's got my A here. And then I'm going to look at A. A is actually a 3 by 2. So I need 3 rows and 2 columns. So I'm going to type in just my numbers in for, so 3, and then I'm going to come over here and I want a negative 2, and then I want a 1, we'll do 0. So making it match my W, which I'm calling A. Okay, so then I'm going to hit new matrix and it'll go to B, and B, it does match, it's a 2 by 2. So I'm going to go ahead and put all those numbers in. So now what I want to do, I'm going to hit my little arrow over, is I want to multiply those. So I'm going to hit A, B, and then there it is, right there. Oops, I guess I should have left it as, because it's going to go, when I hit that, it's going to move it up. So there's my answer, literally in less than a second, but we do have to type it in, but it makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and add this down here as 7, 1, 4 in that column, and 6, 4, and 5 in that column. So I didn't have to go through all of that multiplication. I could just go ahead and use that calculator. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is take a look at number 3, and I want you to try this one on your own. So typing this in to, so you can just kind of back arrow here. So typing in, I want you to do X and Y. So you're gonna type in, and you can make this your A, this your B, and we're gonna multiply those two together. So B times A. All right, double check your answer for that one. Make sure that you did B and then A, because B is a 2 by 2 and then A is a 2 by 3, and we can do that because those middle ones match, right? But if we tried to do A, B, then we'd have a 2 by 3 and a 2 by 2, and these don't match. So we couldn't do an A times B, you'd get an error. So it's always good to double check before you type it in that you can even do it. So X, Y. So if we tried to do, again, X and then Y, it's not possible, okay? Because our X is that 2 by 3, And our y is that 2 by 2, and the middles don't match. Okay, so you cannot multiply. Matrix is not commutative. Order does matter. Okay, so not possible.